Hello and welcome to Kump. We're back. It is, I don't know, sometime on a Sunday night. Target has screwed me. I use Target to the delivery app. You pay an exorbitant amount of money, in my opinion, to get things delivered from Target. Mm-hmm. I mean, I tip these people well. These people who actually bring the items. But you got to spend $10 as a fee to this weird company that organizes these people. Whatever. It's an Uber for people who scrounge around Target to get my stuff. That's why I just find people and just give them. I'll just give them that money. But for no reason today, we went for a nice walk around the neighborhood. I'm a walking machine. I just walk now. And I said, I'll order my stuff from Target. And then I kept getting messages. Like, I'll be back, around the time we get back. I keep getting messages. We're going to have to push it back an hour. We're going to push your order back an hour. an hour. And then eventually, we're canceling it. So I have not gotten my items from Target.
Every message saying we're going to push it back an hour with a dagger in your heart.
I am enraged. I don't know what to do. I had a lot of stuff coming. Nice sodas. Nice rolls to accompany my frozen foods.
Did you get any more frozen food?
I did not get any more. Don't start with that. I did not get any more frozen food.
I would say you're getting a little obsessive about it.
Look. For a long time, I would order chicken, fresh chicken thighs, chicken legs, chicken breasts, and what? That wasn't an insinuation.
No, it wasn't. It didn't feel like suggestive. It more just felt like you turned to me, going like, "You can relate to that, right?"
Well, you have breasts, sure.
Yeah.
I don't think of chicken breast as your breast or vice versa. I don't know where that's coming from. Look, I'm not the world's. Am I not the world's greatest feminist? I thought I might be. And it would go bad because we wouldn't eat it because we would forget it's in the fridge and it spoils and it goes rotten and we're eating rancid chicken and we're getting food poisoning. And I've solved that problem by just buying frozen food. I have frozen meat. I have frozen sides, frozen vegetables even. Everything goes in the air fryer. Problem solved. I'm living like a king. Dinner's ready in 15 minutes. Perfect. And all you do is go, we don't have enough room in the freezer.
I would say the freezer has its limits.
We hadn't used the freezer since we moved in barely, just to keep ice cubes for our whiskey.
Well, basically, yeah. Well, we didn't use it because it's a weak door, so it would swing open in the middle of the night.
Well,
and
who
then you'd
fixed
be like,
that?
"Can I eat this fish? Can I eat this fish? Is it gonna kill me now?"
What fish?
It was a big mystery.
The fish is fine. I eat the fish patties. I'm taking your word for it that the salmon burgers that I bought went bad. You said they didn't smell good. I said throw it out. That's how I roll. I don't sit around going, let's just figure out a risk reward scenario and like how much did it cost? Let's prorate this. I said throw it out like a king, like a dumpster king. And you're just and you can't stop talking about why is there so much frozen food, but you like the rice and bean burrito, don't you?
I did. I really enjoyed that.
You put that in the air fryer, you're eating a burrito in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
You like that? You like those black bean patty burgers? You enjoy that? You have that as a nice treat, and I don't see you complaining. But where are we gonna fit it all? We'll make it fit. We're like Noah's Ark over here. I need you to support me. I mean, this needs to... I might go vegan.
Really?
I don't know. I'm eating these garden burgers. I mean, I also have the Bubba burgers. But then I eat those and I kind of feel like I ate a burger, but I ate a garden burger, some kind of vegetable, soy, mangled disc.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I ate nothing. It's filling, but like I might be an herbivore. Maybe it's why. Maybe it's all my problems. I'm not. I should be at least a vegetarian. Why is no one vegetarian anymore? There's all this vegan shit. I want cheese on my vegetable burger.
Look, I'll be honest. I think that like I've been vegan before. I've been vegetarian before.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's what you need. Like to feel like I feel like you've done keto for extraordinary amounts of time.
It shows. It paid off. Are you just calling me a pig?
No.
Like, I don't know if you need to be a vegetarian. Just stop being such a fat sloth pig. Just a gluttonous fucking animal. Yeah.
I'm just saying it seems.
Eat some meat in moderation, you whore pig.
I'm just saying.
I'm being vulnerable here. I'm saying maybe my toxic masculine mentality has been fueled by Bubba Burgers. Bubba Burgers. I finally said it right. Bubba Burgers.
Yeah.
Bubba Burger. It's the type of burger you get in the freezer section and you put in the air fryer and it's fine. It's not that good. I'm just saying. It's like, and honestly, these garden burgers, I'm eating them, they taste like McDonald's burgers. I'm feeling like a McDonald's. I don't know if they're going to, like, sue me for slander or put a bullet in my fat head. But I don't know. Maybe they're putting some rice into the patties.
Sure.
I don't know.
No, I could see it being like, 25%.
I spilled it myself.
25% that.
But, just because it's cheaper, I would assume.
Yeah.
Than the dog food they usually use.
I'm just
saying. And by dog food, I mean dog. I mean, would dog be bad meat?
Probably not.
Probably would. It's a little gamey.
I would assume it depends on the dog.
They're just eating their own shit.
I think anything could
Dogs eat their own shit, right?
I think anything could be a good meat if it's raised to be plump or something.
Well, sure, but no one's doing that. And when people try to do that, we slander them and we call them. I mean, I think, the stigma of anyone who eats dog, especially in this new climate, right? I don't even want to say it, but there's a lot of stigma. It's stereotypes that I don't even know if are true or not. But it might come from somewhere, and if they do eat dog, it's fine. I don't think it's a problem. Why would that be especially if there's a food shortage in certain places? Why are we going after people who are eating dog? If they do eat dog, let them.
Yeah.
Embrace it.
Yeah.
We embrace everything in the world. Every whim everyone has. And I'm all about it. I'm this now. Okay. And I don't mean trans or anything like that. I'm talking about, like, just these weird flighty, whatever. I don't even want. What can I attack safely without being? I'm just saying, why is the last bastion people who are already maybe need some food, and we're like, don't kill the dog. Like, I like dogs, but if they don't like dogs and they're gonna eat the dog,
sure.
I don't know. It just seems like don't accuse people of eating dogs. Sure. But if they do want to, let them.
Let them eat the dog.
I don't know if anyone wants to. And you don't know who I'm talking about. But based on context, we can assume it's the Germans. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Let people eat the dogs or just set all the animals free. And let them do what they want to.
Right, so I can get fucking killed by a walrus? No, we're not. Well, how about we set the people free first? How about we fucking empty some of these prisons of people who just smoke a little joint? Oh no, put the walrus in the pasture and let it fight the fat man. This is a whole series of choices that are out of sequence. It's no good. Let the people go.
Why do you assume that if we liberated walruses, they would immediately start fighting men?
They could tell I don't respect them. And they would just vibe off that and then come after me. And they have those tusks, right? Don't like it. Hey, Walrus, you ain't going. No one's letting you out. No one. I was looking at the wall for some reason. Looking at the camera now. No one's letting you out of the cage, Walrus. Are you in a cage? I'm gonna let people out of prison first. Private prisons, let's close them down. I know Obama closed them down. Why are there still private prisons? I'm not putting it all on him, but I'm just saying. I think he just had federal something. But I didn't even know if that worked.
I think it was mostly Clinton, right? Where the private prisons came into play a lot.
Well, I mean, then there was Bush.
Well, Bush definitely did things too.
Look, I mean, we can't just go around going, Clinton was responsible for everything. Everyone was on board. Everyone liked it. Everyone was like, Clinton's the best. But you can't blame everything on Clinton. Everyone's like, Clinton did this to the crime bill and this and that. And he did. But you can't. We were all like, blowjob city, yeah. Our economy's good. We got a tech bubble. It's never going to burst, yeah. Excuse me. And then we had this retroactive assault on Clinton. And look, I get it. The guy showed his dick to 1,500 women. Stop it. I'm just saying, but everyone, attack everyone.
Are you talking about Anthony Weiner?
No, Clinton.
Oh, he showed his dick to 1,500 people.
I mean, 8 or 10.
Oh yeah,
a lot.
That is a lot.
10's more than it should be. So don't give me shit because I said 1,500. All right, I'm using clever hyperbole or what have you. I'm just saying, when everyone's like, this guy has a great economy, we miss Bill Clinton. And then we realized, this prison thing was a tragedy of humanity. Look inward. Go after everyone who was celebrating the great man Clinton, right?
Sure.
Oh, Bill Clinton was the problem. Yeah, I don't remember you going after the crime mill back. Shut up. Let's fix it. You can't just shit on Hillary and Bill all day.
This is interesting because some people would be like, look, you villainize the person who had the power, not the people who supported them generally. And then other people are like, no, Trump supporters are just as guilty as for supporting Trump. And you're saying, yeah, and then also the other half are all bad. So let's just put everybody in America in
Well, I don't know what this is like. This is like the thing when people were like, "What are we gonna do to Trump supporters? I mean, are we gonna accept them with open arms back into the polite fold? Yeah. What are you gonna kill them? Like, what's your alternative to any? Like, I'm not saying you should, but you guys are talking as if like, should we not hit him with the pitchfork in the face? Should we not put him in the bottomless pit? Like, there's no thing where it's like we're gonna. It's just like, should these people be allowed to what, live? I don't know what, like, I'm not saying that, like, things should be excused or not.
It is sort of suggestive where it's like, it has the tone of like, I was like, should we maybe kill him? And then people were like, no. And they was like, okay, I'm just asking.
Yeah, I respect the question at least more than like, should these people be allowed to just go back to being people? Right. Yeah, I don't know. What other ideas do you have?
What's the alternative to that?
Are we spitballing here? What do you got? Do we turn them into birds? Do we have the technology to turn them into pigeons? Because maybe I'm not saying we'll do that, but is that something we might want to vote on? I don't know. But no, it's just like these open-ended questions. So you say to me, put everyone in the case. No, I'm like, Bill Clinton is not under, the whole time everyone shitting on Clinton, do it. But that being said, like, there's no one's broached it. Should we arrest him? No one's saying that. So what are you saying? Yeah. Well, arrest him. No, I'm just saying you can't. Yeah, you should. First of all, I'm really talking about the entire political apparatus that supported him. And yeah, everyone was on board. So how about we try to pretend like this is a republic or whatever we call it? A confederated democracy? What is this shit? A constitutional fucking dystopia? Is that what the founders intended? Just a meat grinding walrus cock of a political system? A bifurcated dick? I don't know. I don't know how we got into Clinton here. I was talking about frozen food, I thought. I'm becoming a vegetarian.
Yeah, so the question I'm asking is, should Ray Kump just be allowed to get away with stuffing the freezer full of frozen food?
You love it when I put the frozen cherries in your mouth.
Can he be accepted back into the fold after doing that?
Look, I admit that, we had trouble fitting some of the frozen food in. The plant-based nuggets and the plant-based sausage, which is called Morning Star, which is like a term for the devil, I thought. Isn't Morning Star Lucifer? I believe Lucifer is the Morning Star, the fallen angel who turned into the devil. But they also make our plant-based sausage. What's going on?
The Morning Star. Oh, you're right. I think that is true.
Yes.
That's got to be a secret message.
Yes. To just suck our sausage dick. Suck our fake sausage dicks. The devil's ever... Look, I don't know. I mean, I love the idea.
Who's that guy that you're always talking about? Who's like the Satanist who's supposedly in charge of everything?
Let's not.
What?
We all know. The people who want to know. Let's not court more. We're fine. I'm just saying we don't need to get into that. The naming more names. The names have been mentioned. We don't need to bring. That's not what we moved away from all that. I'm just saying satanic pedophiles, like blah 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 blah. It's like, yeah, I don't know. Like it's a good point because the Catholic Church are famous Satanists. I mean, what are we doing? The Boy Scouts of America, famous Satanists. I don't know. I mean, I think it's weird. I think it's weird that the plant-based sausage has the name of the devil. But like, if you're asking me who am I afraid is gonna fuck my kid, yeah, them a little bit them, but like also everyone that works at a theme park or a church. Or I don't know. I wonder if the Boy Scouts have a ton of it. There's enough, right? I never got touched or anything as an Eagle Scout. I don't know anyone, or maybe I do. That's how it works. Well, so I was an older boy. Maybe I knew plenty. I don't know.
Sure.
No one told me.
No one confided in you.
No, who would? If you had that secret, would you tell me, little fat Ray? Ray, I'm wearing my fucking no fear beanie thing. Yeah, I call it It was like you remember No Fear, the brand No Fear. I don't know what it represents, but there's a thing called. I think it started out as like an extreme sport thing. I had plenty of fear. I was afraid of fucking being attracted to men and saying prayers to myself, neurotically as a kid.
That's probably what you would have done if a kid told you they were molested.
Right.
You'd been like, get on your knees and pray with me.
Yeah. But just repeat your novenas with me.
Though also based on that other thing you told me about, maybe you would have just been like, you probably would have maybe you would have brought the kid home and just
molested him? What are you talking about?
Not molested him. Guilted your parents into into letting him live there or something.
Oh yeah, this kid has been molested.
Yeah.
Take him. He's yours now. I wash my hands of this. I'll see you at dinner. Yeah, I tried. I mean, I don't want to slander people here, but yeah, I might have been a little eager to bring every stray, socioeconomic person in my life to live with us, and I was rebuffed. And in hindsight, yeah, it wasn't a bad rebuffing.
Sure.
I don't know if in hindsight I would have taken. You can't just let everyone live with you. That's not but if a kid was being molested, yeah, maybe I'm like, hey, why don't you come over here? They don't molest me. I mean, I can't make any promise. I'm pretty sure they won't molest you because they don't molest me. I'm being totally objective here. I mean, if I'm being subjective, they definitely won't. But like, you wouldn't have thought that priest would molest you.
Sure.
And he did. So like, I'm just being abstractly objective here going, I know them. They're good people in my opinion, but but they haven't demonstrated, a willingness to do that. Because you can't, that's how you have to view. You can't just be like, well, they're my parents, they won't molest anyone. I mean, you can use that in your head, but it's just, I'm trying to be rational here. I'm trying to be a logical person here. So I'm not going to just be like, I guarantee you won't get molested. There's a good chance you won't. But I mean, because the worst thing in the world, is to make that promise to a young child, even if you're a young child, to make a promise to another young child, you definitely won't. It's going to be totally fine. And then he does. And it would never happen. I know it would never happen. Like, I'm not insinuating, but but you have to be very careful with the trust of a child, even if you're a child. Even if you're a fellow child, just don't abuse the trust of victims. So you don't ever just, like, imagine being a cop and being like, don't worry, we're going to catch your rapist. We're going to shoot him in the balls. We got this. Yeah. And then he, like, rapes you again. Can you imagine that? I mean, how shattering would that be?
Sure.
Terrible. So, I mean, like, you would never want to promise to catch the guy.
No. But to be fair, if you said, hey, if you even said you're like to a kid in that situation, your chances are 50-50 here. That's still better than the other place where it's 100%, right?
I guess. Yeah. No, well, he's living the church. I mean, that's the thing, though, is like, I thought we were assuming the church molested him.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Come live with me. No, my parents didn't molest me. No, come with it. Your parents let this happen. My parents will keep you in a cage. Yeah. You'll never get touched.
I mean, this is like when we were growing up, this is the 20th century. I mean, maybe at some point in history, there were just like little church rat children running around and they lived in churches.
Oh, sure. In the belfry. I don't know. I don't like calling them rats just because they got molested. But
well, no, not because they got molested, because they live in the belfry.
Right. Okay.
I'm only thinking of them cruelly because they probably were born into poverty.
They're probably pickpockets. All kids are pickpockets. That's my theory. But yeah, I mean, sausage-based plants.
Your mind has gone to some
plant-based sausage. I mean,
you said you want to keep.
Do
you still have some thoughts on Morningstar?
What?
Do you still have some thoughts on Morningstar?
I mean, based on what I just said, though, I mean, imagine a sausage-based plant. That would be even better. I mean, I'll throw my veganism away.
I think that would still technically be vegan, though.
I mean, I don't know. If you splice sausage into a piece of asparagus somehow, like genetically, could you rewrite? I mean, they do that, right? Don't they use beef hormones inside tomatoes?
Yeah.
I'm not thinking of beefsteak tomatoes. That's not what I'm talking about. But isn't there a thing with Monsanto where, like, they're putting HGH into the carrots or something?
Probably.
I don't know. It's a brave new world out there. I'm starting to eat plants. I'm like a brontosaurus, perhaps. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Your mind has gone to some dark places today.
Has it?
Yeah. It has. I've noticed today when we were walking.
Right. Oh, sure.
That you're pretty much, you're constantly.
And yesterday.
Prepared for violent things to happen.
Well, I'm very protective of you.
Thank you.
And myself. And, yeah, no, but like, you are like a focusing beam. So I can feel like, I just feel even more focused about, like, here's what I do. If this guy tries to hit, or girl tries to hit you,
in this case, it was a girl.
Well, look, these look, when I say this, don't get the impression that I was, look, I'm not saying I couldn't be intimidated by a woman. But these were, petite, young women who have no business intimidating me.
Sure.
All right, this wasn't G.I. Jane or Jane Lynch or whatever. It wasn't Lindy England from Abu Ghraib fame. The one with the butt pyramids and the thumbs up while she's torturing people.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not intimidated by her either, but, just saying.
Yeah, she's actually pretty petite.
Yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't let her strip me. But look, I'm not trying to make them feel bad. They got guns to their heads and, these soldiers. And I'm not trying to say, like, if that was me, I would have fucking done a karate kick. I'm just saying, objectively, she doesn't intimidate me.
I'm sure part of the humiliation was that all things being equal,
They let Lindy England fucking, after they tied him up and stuff. I'm not saying women can't do that, but it's not the cigarette smoking fucking little rat.
Imagine if we were canceled on the ground of being
sexist because we're not afraid of living in England.
Sexist against torturers.
Yeah, I'm just saying, strength in numbers or whatever the fuck. But if I saw Lindy England in the street, I'm not like being like, don't put me in a naked pyramid. No, I'm just gonna be like, don't put me in a naked pyramid, bitch. If you don't even fucking think about it, don't even try. I know you're a deal. You got torture. Should I say bitch?
You can call her. I think you could. I think you should be able to call her a bitch.
You bitch.
I can only speak for myself, but
they're gonna clip that and play it over and over. Right? Oh, he's calling her a bitch. No woman should be called a bitch by this fat brontosaurus.
You're gonna be the origin for her rehabilitation in society. She's gonna come out and do interviews about how you were mean to her.
This is like dialectics. This is like Marxism or something. Right. What's my point? Oh, but if I'm putting myself in your head, girls who might be intimidating to you or could be, because you don't know karate or whatever, you weren't a high school wrestler. Look, you were in plays in high school.
Yeah, as a theater kid.
Yeah, you were a theater kid. Yeah, do it to the camera. They love that. She's so good at that. So I'm just saying, they were walking perpendicular to us in the crosswalk of the street, and it just occurred to me, what if and it was very vivid, that this girl,
to be clear,
this little blonde girl with a skateboard, would just kind of pound punch you in the head, and I just envisioned
as she was skating by,
and but just to be a brat, but it hurt you. To be clear, it's not like a 5-year-old like pushing you, and I'm kicking a 5-year-old in the head. It's not what this is. It would hurt you. And then I thought, like, should I hurt? I mean, I don't even want to say it, but like, should I retaliate
physically against the skater girl
to protect you?
Yeah, to protect me. I was saying, like, look,
I don't need some clip of me going, should I punch the woman? That's not what I'm asking.
Yeah, sure, but I was. But I was like, look, I think in that situation, it's such a bizarre situation that I don't think anyone would blame you for retaliating.
Yeah.
But
I would probably go, I mean, I'm not going to start kicking her like, like fucking De Niro in The Irishman, like that CG De Niro. Just fucking, or he wasn't CG, that was a problem. He was just an 80-year-old man, just, you can't see my legs, but I'm just going stomping on a guy like an 80-year-old man would. Who's supposed to be 20. I wouldn't be doing that. I would just react and like, just, I'm not going to say what I would say. It's too fraught out there, and I would never hit a woman. But.
Yeah. And look, I don't think people would blame me for what you're thinking of, but my thing was more just that you would think that.
Well,
that you would think that would happen.
My head's on a swivel. I'm always like, what if this guy comes at me? And do I gouge him in the eyes? I mean, this is not the way a seasoned fighter thinks. Like a tough guy from Boston who fights all the time. They're like, they scrap. And this, I think it's indicative of a guy who's, not willing to get, molested by priests, for instance, but isn't necessarily the best fighter. To go, I just don't gouge him in the eyes. I don't know. I mean, but you get in close. I'm a big guy. You get in close. Are you tapping your hand as a signal?
No.
Okay. Like, stop talking about gouging. I'm just saying, you get in close. I start biting you. It's just like you can't just push me away. If you know jujitsu, I'm sure there's moves against fat men. Like, here's what you do against a fat man who's trying to bite you. A simple windmill motion, and then into his fat, you start jiggling it, and he'll just come, and then you fall down and fall asleep, and you kick him until he's dead.
When he's weak and satisfied, that's when you strike.
Like a panther.
Look. It was interesting to me to see in action because I have my own.
Wait, there was no action.
No, just the thought process. Because because you asked me about it in the moment. I was like, I feel like I'm a relatively anxious person. I have anxieties. Like
right.
I worry about like buses hitting me. And,
well, that's why I feel like you'll seize up in a fight
and all this stuff. But one thing I've never viewed to be a threat is like vigilante skater girls.
All right. Well, look, I modulate.
Not a plausible threat.
I also thought about just two men in front of the deli or bodega, whatever it's called. But I didn't bother asking you if I should. Of course, I'm just saying that one I asked your opinion on because, like, should I do anything here? Should I let you get smacked by the skater girl? As a feminist,
look, it might be my responsibility to retaliate against the skater girl.
Well, I'm not going to let her keep hitting you.
What do you think? How much do you think I just endure until I started fighting back physically?
What if you were
against a woman? Like,
what if you were flailing around and getting hit? What if you were just not look?
I wouldn't.
What if you didn't even put your hands up? But you were like, nah, don't hit me. But like your hands were on your sides.
Look, I might react that way if a man was attacking me.
You would put your hands at your sides?
No, not to put. But I might be frazzled enough to not fight back.
Okay.
But a woman, come on.
Should I get a woman to attack you to try and like let's test your capabilities?
I'm gonna try to handle that one on my own.
All right, maybe we'll arrange something.
Yeah.
I'll get a woman.
Don't sick a random woman out.
Not a random woman. A woman who has restraint, who's a trained fighter, who knows how to not going to start biting, kicking you like I would. If you were a man.
Who's willing to leap from behind a curtain and start beating me?
Or maybe roll up on a skateboard. You know, look, play the fear part. The thing I'm afraid of. Because she's on wheels, and then she starts rolling away, and I can't catch her because she's on a skateboard. So you don't want me to get this woman.
I don't want you to hire.
I'm just saying it's kind of like a certification.
A professional fighter to attack.
I mean, I'm not gonna get I'm not gonna get like Ronda Rousey, but maybe some second year, karate student.
Would she still palm me?
Yeah, I'll tell her
or would she like karate kick me?
I'll tell her what to do. The point of her being trained is that she's not like just some wild card. That she follows a traditional martial art regimen, and she has a sensei who I can hold accountable. If she does go wild on you, I'll go to that sensei and I'll just shoot myself in front of him in his dojo and he'll shut it down. Just saying. Imagine, is this like you taking your kid to a karate dojo and like there's just like the stain on the floor. What's gonna happen here? And some other parent whispers, "That's where the fat guy shot himself." Like. Should I not bring my kid here? Like, look, I wouldn't start out here. My kid likes it here. I tried to get him to go to there's Tiger Shulman's, but he likes it here. But yeah, no, I wouldn't. I would leave now. Go to Tiger Shulman's. Don't make the mistake I made and stay in the dojo where the fat man killed himself. And that's so. Just sensei's on notice.
Sure, yeah.
Don't. If I hire you or one of your students, keep them in line. Accountability is important.
You don't think the sensei might ask, "Why are you soliciting my students for strange?"
Well, I'm gonna go to the sensei and arrange it. I'm not gonna like go to the student and go, "Hey, don't listen to your sensei. I'm your sensei. I got a new training module for you. We're gonna hit this girl in the street." When you got a skateboard, I don't skateboard. Well, you gotta learn. A ninja learns that. I don't do ninjutsu. Is ninjutsu a thing? I didn't know that. I thought it just meant anyone could be a ninja. No, it's a whole other martial art. Okay, well, here's a skateboard. Hit my girlfriend.
You have a very Pink Panther approach to self-defense.
Never seen that movie.
The Pink Panther has his friend attack him when he walks through the door.
Oh,
to hone his
I don't
his
think
his racist character friend.
His friend's racist?
No. I mean,
he has Richard Spencer come out and attack him.
It's the guy from This Is England.
Peter Sellers is like Peter Sellers is just hanging around the house, and then Nathan Damagoo from Identity Europa, Richard Spencer's friend, just comes out and attacks him. That doesn't seem like it makes any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Okay. I mean, I've seen bits of the Pink Panther.
Yeah.
I
think his
Peter
name
Sellers.
is Kato. He comes out and he.
Let's not bring up the racist. I honestly got what you were going for, and I was trying to gloss over. Let's not bring up the tired racism of the past.
Fair enough.
Leave it where it lie.
You've been showing.
I've seen the movie 20 times. I know exactly what you're doing. What's up?
Well, you've been showing me some action movies recently. That's been
Yes.
fun.
You make it sound like I'm showing you porno. You've been showing me some dirty films. Yeah, I mean, you surprisingly have a gap in your film watching repertoire.
Yeah, you just haven't seen a lot of action movies, especially like 90s action movies.
90s thrillers. Yeah,
Political intrigue thrillers.
We watched In the Line of Fire with Clint Eastwood,
That was fun.
who famously talks to a chair, an empty chair. But he was great. Look, there was a time when Clint Eastwood was phenomenal. You know, Unforgiven, and that, In the Line of Fire. John Malkovich is in it.
Solid movies.
Right? What else did we watch?
We saw Clear and Present Danger.
Yeah, slower than you thought. I don't.
Good.
What did you expect at Clear and Present Danger? Did you think it was going to be like missiles and shooting?
I thought it was gonna be lots of explosions.
Okay.
I thought it was gonna be. You know why? Because I thought it was supposed to be like the John Krasinski thing.
No. This is not anti-Venezuelan propaganda. Tom Clancy, when he was alive, would just make these. I mean, you could call them like, war propaganda, I guess, because he's just like, look at this F-16, whee! You know how fast an F-16 can go, and he kind of glosses over like, we use this to shoot children part, or whatever. I mean, I don't think F-16s were typically used to gun down children, but in this movie they did. They were, coincidentally enough. That's the thing. In this, I didn't read the book. I read Hunt for October when I was in like 8th grade, and it was surprisingly good. I mean, it was a good book. It was a good, I liked it. I don't know if it holds up to my, standards today. I don't know if it's as good as Proust. Marcel Proust.
Nowadays, it's got to be Proust or nothing.
I mean, look, when you've read when you've listened to the first 2 hours of remembrance of things past, on Audible, you can't go back to Clancy. You can. Well, you're just letting that sink. You're letting that sink to the me. You like as if I'm just sincerely bragging about. I mean, it is good though. Marcel, he's considered one of the best, like one of the finest authors in literature, and I get it because even translated from French, it's very, very something very endearing about it. Even though he's just some French guy going, this Madeline cookie, and I grew up on and this girl and this woman and the old lady and my mom's friend, and I remember being a little kid and wanting my mom to tuck me in. And it's like the kind of shit I would just vomit and shit if I heard, but it's told very nicely.
Yeah, you were moved by the cookies.
I'm not saying I'm moved. I'm just like I'm admiring. There's something about the prose. And if you don't know what prose is, it's just the words.
Well, you know what
it's written.
You know what you may have been responding to?
What?
The use of the 5 senses.
You gonna bring this up?
But you claim you despise.
I hate the 5 senses. It wasn't the 5 senses. The 5 senses are a hack. All right? This is like fucking creative writing in like freshman year of high school. Oh, I walked home from the dusty school and smelled of autumn leaves, and the sky had a crisp robin's egg blue color. And then I heard the sound of, like, shut the fuck up. Just tell me the story. What are you doing? Oh, you know what this whorehouse smells like? Probably cum. I mean, what this fucking look.
You wouldn't like something. You definitely would hate something with the sentence, "The whorehouse smelled like cum."
I mean, look, that might be something. That's something that I might write. The whorehouse smells like cum. What did you think was happening here? Here's our hero. He's the guy in the whorehouse. Look, I just immediately think of a teacher going, not enough senses. I mean, I think anyone giving rules. Here's the thing: teachers are failed. Look, I don't mean all of them, but the kind of guy who would it's just an invitation to misuse. Like, teach children better. Give them better. Don't look. I get
if you were grading a paper and the kid was describing what his home looked or smelled like.
Give me a paragraph. I'll close my eyes and listen.
I walked into my tiny house.
My tiny house. It's bad writing, but go ahead.
And smelled the musk of the carpet underneath my feet.
Musk isn't even a real thing.
I heard mother calling.
I mean,
I walked up the stairs and felt them creak beneath my feet.
Look, here's the thing. If you heard mother calling, well, you just ignored it? Because, like, I'm not saying you never talk about senses. Of course, I heard mother calling and I said, yeah, hold up a sec. Like, it's just part of the plot. But you don't have to take off boxes. Like so many fingers on the hand. All right? It's like I smelled the musk. Musk is a made-up thing. It doesn't even mean anything. But musk, as far as I can tell, means like the way something smells. Your musk. What's my musk? Just your smell. Just say my smell. I smelled my dad because I knew what he smelled like. Or be descriptive. Like, like I'm just saying, like, it's so hack to like use the. Like, if you're going to use the five senses, don't say what the sense is. Don't say you heard. Like, the click-clack of my dad's balls against his leg filled me with the smell of putrid robin's egg blue. Whatever. Something. I'm just saying, that's a good writing. You cut words out.
If you were grading a kid's paper and they were trying to like fit the five senses in there
I'd
somehow,
fucking expel them.
You just write it over the entire paper in bright red. Just tell the fucking story.
I mean, really, what's your story had nothing going on just now. I don't know what the fuck it's about. You got home and there was musk, and then you heard your mom yelling. She's being raped in the other room, and I'm just doing nothing. I'm just walking around smelling musk. She's being raped over there. What is the story?
To be fair, I don't think I was making great use of the five senses in that one.
I'm just saying, like, explain it to me. Is the five senses something you're supposed to be, like, using all of them all the time? It's insane. I don't even answer that. It's insanity. It's like, use the senses that are appropriate to the moment. Like, right now, I'm not smelling anything.
That's true. I'm not smelling anything either.
Smell is here's the thing. Teachers may not understand science the way I do. Smell is a very, you get used to it. Like, you adapt to it very quickly. So it's based on variance. So if the smell's not changing, you ain't smelling. If you're in the whorehouse all day, you ain't smelling the cum, sweetheart. All right? So, like, what this narrator's just being like, I've been smelling cum all day. Impossible. You stop smelling the cum. So, like, what are you doing here? It just feels like a freshman in high school trying to impress me with cum. We're in writing, not with their,
Yeah, sure.
Or jar, I don't know. I mean, like, I'm sure there's probably some freshmen in high school out there who go, look at this jar. I'm like, first of all, I don't want to see anyone's, but also you're a minor. Get out of here. Want nothing to do with it.
It has to be against the law somehow to look at a jar of a kid's cum,
It should be. I mean, like, look, I don't know if I'm describing a strange situation. Like, this is like, what happens if a girl tricks you into raping her? Like, no, I'm just, Like that doesn't happen. And so like maybe this scenario where like the freshman in high school tricks me into looking at his jar is a complete, made up problem. But now you've got me on edge going, like, what if he does show me a jar? I'm like, what is that, man? Oh no. So I mean, but I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like in that moment, if you were living that moment, you'd be legally obligated to grab the jar of cum from him and throw it out a window.
I'm not touching his cum. What? That's your answer?
No, and like destroy it. Throw it out a window.
Your answer is to just throw a jar, and what if the cum ends up on you? What? This is the
Don't throw it at you.
The craziest thing I've ever heard about you. I'm just gonna like seize this kid, commit assault.
No, not assault the kid. Just take the jar.
I mean, what? I'm fucking Jackie Chan in some drunken master movie. I'm just gonna take the jar. I'm fucking the Ninja Turtle in the second Ninja Turtle movie with the bells and the mannequin. I'm just gonna grab a jar and not touch him at all.
And also, don't throw it at yourself. Throw it away from both of you.
There's a lot of variables at play. What if the kid starts resisting? I'm grabbing this kid's cum jar, he's just resisting, and like all of a sudden, it's all. This is like. I just picture the judge reading this out from a ticker tape. This is like some court reporter reading this back. Insanity. Your best scenario. I'm already admitting that this is probably a fallacious problem to begin with. But your solution is to just seize the kid and like grab this jar from him. Committing assault, most likely, or battery at least, and then like stealing from him. You're stealing his jar of cum from a child. There's so much wrong with this.
And then I'd say, don't bring jars of your cum to school.
And then you're now in possession of this kid's jar.
I'm not in possession of it. I threw it out a window.
So you took a jar. I can't even say this from a child, and you just destroy and you scattered it to the wind. What window?
I don't know if there was a window.
So like the school courtyard is filled with cum, which might belong to a minor. Like insanity.
Well, where's the right place for it?
You don't deal with that's not your problem. You call the authorities and go, this kid's got a jar of cum. Deal with this. You're not paying. Teachers are supposedly underpaid, so why are you volunteering to like commit like police action and then I don't know, like spread his which you don't even maybe it's anthrax cum.
I'm assuming in this scenario, this is like a weird trouble kid.
You shouldn't even look. I don't understand because the whole idea is like I don't want to see this kid's cum. This is crazy.
But in this scenario, it's being shown to you against your will.
Yeah, so I run out of the classroom. That's what I do.
You'd run?
I'd be like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. This is a problem. I don't like this. I'm gonna be missing. I feel like this podcast is gonna be misinterpreted.
But that's not gonna help the kid.
He's showing me a jar. What did I do? I'm helping him. I'm trying to stay out of prison. The fuck is this?
Oh, okay. I was imagining you were a teacher.
Yeah. I'm a teacher. What's wrong with you? Who are you, Mr. Miyagi? You fucking, you some other mentor? Oh, I'll get through this dangerous minds? What are you talking about? If anything weird happens to a kid, you run away. You don't try and like destroy their jar of bodily fluids. What is going on?
Fair enough.
I'm telling you seriously, if this ever comes up, don't do what you just described. That's just rife with problems. I don't even know. Because honestly, even being the most generous to you, I don't know how that looks good. Like, thank you for doing the appropriate thing, Miss Steiner, and grabbing the jar from the child and throwing it out the window into the school recess courtyard. That's exactly what we were trained to do. I'm sure of it. What the fuck is going on? No one will be on your side. Best case,
so, all of this to say.
Best case, I'm showing up going like, look, she meant well. I told her not to do this in the past, but.
All of this to say, maybe teachers' jobs are a little bit harder than we're giving them credit for.
You're making it harder on yourself.
Because I don't
know if they are or aren't. I mean, look,
I don't know what a teacher would do in this situation, but I'm sure it's better than what I would do.
But this is, again, this is I've already established this is most likely. What is it that men always complain that, like, what if I'm framed for rape?
Right.
Which I'm sure it has happened.
Sure.
But it's like it's a red herring, generally.
Yeah.
And
I would think so.
Yeah. And this is also that. I don't think a lot
This is a very fun red herring.
it's stressful as hell to me. The idea, I'm afraid now. What are you gonna do if a bad apple kid tries to wrap you up in some kind of legal problem?
Sure. In my mind, in the scenario, the kid wasn't even trying to do that. It's more just like they're troubled and they don't have a good sense of boundaries, so they're bringing in like.
But you do. Yeah, I mean, you're just
so I'm trying to shock a sense of boundaries into them.
I don't know. I think you need to. I need someone to shock some boundaries into you. That'll teach them. That look. That'll as their. What?
I take the jar of Kump from him.
Don't even say it. Don't stop saying it out loud.
I throw it out the window, and then I turn around, and I'd hand him a book. It'd say, read this instead.
Oh, like when the teacher did to me when I was reading the Buddhist book?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Have you ever told that story?
I don't know. I was being obnoxious in Catholic school one day and reading a book about Buddhism, which I'm not saying it, but it's kind of like, I'm being honest with you. It wasn't because I was a Buddhist. Some guy had a Buddhism book. Maybe he was into Buddhism. I'm like, yeah, let me peruse this. And I'm just reading the Buddhist book conspicuously while I was supposed to be doing work, I think. And this teacher comes, maybe we were studying long. I was like 5th grade. And this teacher comes up, but it's kind of a hack move. The teacher comes over, hands me a Bible, goes, why don't you try this? Yeah. You've been reading this to me for fucking 8 years at this point. I mean, I'm not saying that Buddhism is better than, but I think I've read the Bible a little bit. Let me dabble. Whatever.
He just thought that he was having a really big moment.
He thought that was like him sitting backwards in a chair, going like, "Let's rap."
Right? Yeah.
You ever do drugs? And he grabs my jar of cum and throws it out the window. I immediately knew my place.
And then he goes,
I learned boundaries that day.
And then he goes, you know who was the greatest rapper? Shakespeare.
What?
What?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
After he destroys my jar of cum?
After he destroys your jar of cum.
I feel like I wouldn't even, like, no matter what he said for a good 2 minutes, I'd just be sitting there like staring at my cum all over the fucking school. This is bad. I shouldn't have brought the jar, but now it's all over the place. This is a problem. What does this even mean? What is life all about? And he's just talking. You're hearing like almost like an echo. Going, Shakespeare, you should my come out the window. What are you talking about? Why didn't you just let me read Buddhism? Yeah. So we were talking about the 5 senses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Yeah, I think it's hack. I think it's a hack move. Hack writing. What do you think of the 5 senses?
Well, honestly, I could take him or leave him.
Well, I mean, do you think I could just live off plants?
I'm sure you could.
I mean, I feel good after eating a garden burger, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to make a big deal about it. Like, well, I feel so much. I'm not trying to be the obnoxious new vegetarian.
You're not a vegetarian at all. We just ate a McDonald's hamburger.
Well, I needed the coffee drink, and then we wanted to get some cheese, whatever. It was just there. I don't know. But I'm just incorporating the process. I don't like eating so much salad or like vegetables, but when someone's gonna grind them into a meat patty, I used to be the opposite of this. I used to hate the idea of making what? Look, you want to eat vegetables, eat vegetables, but like, why are you making a fake burger? But they're kind of good. I kind of get it, and like, I didn't try them yet, but the plant-based chicken nuggets. I mean, it sounds insane, even if it's good. Like plant-based, I got plant-based chicken style patties. I mean, this freezer is full of plant-based processed foods that probably have like just, I don't know. I mean, not poison, but yellow number 5
Some
dies.
of them probably have poison, sure.
Probably made out of Mountain Dew and old rice. I mean, whatever.
I think you could. You seem like you're a kind of you seem like you like meat. You're a meat boy.
I like meat. I like bloody meat. I like a nice steak. I posted steaks on my Instagram.
Yeah.
And also spatchcock turkeys that people said wasn't spatchcock, but whatever. I like meat. Yeah.
But I'm sure you could. You could become a plant boy.
I'm just saying for a while. I mean, nothing's forever. I mean, I'm gonna, I could eat a steak on the 4th of July.
Is that steak day?
Look, I'm on record not being the most patriotic guy in the world. I just think patriotism's a little like, it's just, do you believe in this country? What are you talking about? Like, we're just people. Like, if someone's gonna attack us, let's go out. I'm gonna be like, maybe we shouldn't have, fucking done petro invasions on their country, or like, or rig their elections. Hey, maybe next time we don't rig their elections, they won't attack us. But I'm also going to be like, well, I'm not going to let them kill us. There's a balance here. I know what side I'm on. I mean, I'm not saying there should be, but in lieu of a war, like, how about we don't focus on sides and we just, eat a steak? You look forward to, like, I'll eat a steak. I'm sorry. If you start taking the 6th Amendment seriously, maybe I'll fucking, throw a firecracker into, Liberty Bell or whatever the fuck people do.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need like an official food of 4th of July.
I think it's hamburgers and hot dogs.
I guess so.
But I'm eating a nice bloody steak. Like an inside-out dick.
Maybe everyone should eat, on 4th of July, should eat beef bourguignon.
That's your Bastille Day meal. Lucie on Bastille Day. That's how patriotic we are. We celebrate French holidays. But Lucie's claims to be part French. So, on Bastille Day last year, she made a delicious beef bourguignon. You also made it for Christmas, too.
Yeah, Christmas Eve.
Yeah. She loved it. It's the only thing she knows that I make. I'm kidding. No, it's delicious. It's tender.
It's almost true.
Look, it's not really a summer meal.
That's true.
It's like a stewed crock pot beef stew. It's not really something you have while you're fucking, you're pulling the wedgie out of your swimsuit ass, and you come out as you come out of a pool. Let me just ladle some fucking beef bourguignon into my
this heavy stew into my mouth.
Yeah, and then go play with a sparkler. But we could do. We go buy a house in the middle of fucking Tennessee and have a 4th of July party and serve everyone have a big crock of stew. What do you think of that?
No, yeah.
And no jars of cum allowed. And no senses.
No senses.
You want to write about this? You fucking leave the senses out of it. Fucking just tell me how it. The only sense you got is taste. How's the stew taste? And also, how does it feel in your gut? But I don't care how it smells. Oh, it smelled like what? Stew? I mean, if it smelled like rotten shit, then yeah, say that. If it smelled like stew, I could probably guess that. Probably don't need you to tell me that. You don't go, hey, a cop walked by and he had a gun. Well, yeah, I know. He's a cop. It's not England. The judge came by. He was wearing his robe.
Right.
No. Like, this stew and it smelled like beef. Yeah. We know what they smell like. Like, novelty's a thing, right? Like, fucking just selective description's a thing.
Sure.
How did we, this whole...
What if somebody was writing as a judge, right? They're writing a character who is a judge.
Yeah.
And they were like, the robe felt breezy around Judge Robin's body today.
So you're using a third-person omniscient narrator to describe how the breezy feeling of like, that seems like a weird, like, is no one going to call out the weird perspective problems and the fucking... I mean, why?
This is an omniscient narrator. They know how the robe feels.
And the omniscient
around
narrator...
Judge Robin's body.
Look, here's the thing. If the judge is going like, this robe feels breezy around my body. I can't believe I got a fucking adjudicate while I got this breeze going on. That's one thing. Like, what's this about? But like some fucking omniscient narrator's going like, of all things this judge got going, it felt breezy around his body. I don't care if someone left a window open in the courtroom. Who gives a fuck? Why you gonna let this guy go or not? You gonna let this not white guy go? You gonna put the not white guy into prison while you have a breeze going on? Focus on the facts. This guy's innocent. You're trying to send him to a private prison because you get a kickback. But it was breezy. Gives a shit. You know, don't tell me, the judge came in. He was wearing his robe. Tell me if he wasn't wearing his robe. The judge came in, and the weird thing was he was wearing a fucking Gap t-shirt. A t-shirt from the fucking Gap. Craziest shit I ever seen in my life. And he just started banging his gavel on his dick. That's writing. That's how you write a book. All right. It seemed fun, but I don't know what the hell we talked about. It was crazy.
It was a blur. The whole thing's been a blur.
You can follow us. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter or Instagram at the Steinbag.
THE Steinbag. You know where to find me at Ray Kump. If you want to, you can sign up for our Patreon. It's great. You get for $5 a month, you get an extra episode every week. People are loving it. People are just raving to me about it, saying this is so great. And I'm like, I'm glad you like it. If you want to go for the Kump Dump tier, you get a video episode, an extra video episode every month. Yeah, look, these are all options you have. It's great. People like more Kump. If you don't want more Kump, you don't have to get more Kump. It's just America, and for now, you don't have to. And it won't be me forcing you if it does happen. But I'm just saying. The 4th of July stew is coming. Yeah, this is great. This is, I think, our new time every week. This is our new time. So enjoy it. We're back on schedule now. Even if you didn't see it, this is our schedule. We're gonna do this. Is all great. Have a great week.